seems that this is what we are now used to every day. Every day we must hear that people die. We know that people die every day, but the rate at which it's happening in this country is something so serious and so it's worrisome. 7 persons have sustained fatal injuries and are feared dead at Dangote Sugar Company in Ghana, Adamawa State, owned by Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote. Report from the area, which is about 70 kilometers from Yola, the capital of Adamawa State, indicates that the soldiers opened fire on the protesters around 5 p.m. The residents of Guyana told Sahara reporters that soldiers dispatched for the illegal operation were hired by the management of the sugar company to chase the protesters away. The soldiers, who reportedly came to the sugar company in 4 Toyota Hilux vans, allegedly left their duty posts on Numa Bridge. Why? Why did they shoot? Open fire on protesters. To protest in this country is now a taboo. It is a crime. According to this government, the definition of protesting is that you want to remove the democratically elected government. You want to remove them. That is it. You cannot protest anything at all. The next thing, they will just open fire. Are they killing namas? Are they killing cows? Even if you want to kill cows, there's a way. It has to be more dignified. But see what is happening. They just see people, requesting for what is rightfully belong to them. It's a taboo, and this is the precedent that this government has already set. And if it happens like that, nobody is saying anything. Other governments will come and they will do the same thing. They will say, after all, it happened before. What did the people do? And they will get away with it. This is just the beginning. We told the indigenous people that Fulanis are for conquest. They thought we are joking. Dangote is a Fulani man. His soldiers came to rescue his image and killed his slaves. How the Nigerian army always like using fellow human beings as shooting range. It's so painful, honestly. No single regard for human life in this country at all. This country is becoming anti-human. Our security operatives always demonstrate their gallantly on innocent civilians. Does the minor civil disturbances call for the deployment of troops? Are soldiers trained to handle civil unrest? What is the essence of creating anti-riot police? Most of our security personnel have turned to a monster. And nothing will the government do. Anywhere now, protest is an abomination. It's an abomination. It's a taboo in this country. You ask them, what are they hiding? But that is absurd and unprofessional of a trained country security man. Now, I don't even just get it. Why should armless Nigerians just be killed just like that every day under this administration? Have some security personnel lost their humanity feeling for another? Are we in a military regime? Even if we are in a military regime, does it mean that people's lives should not be regarded? This quantum killing in Nigeria is becoming something else. The lives of the common people in our country means nothing to the people in authority who instruct or direct the soldiers. The blood of these innocent people being spilled into our nation daily is uncalled for, as mental reorientation will be the best fit to figure our national issue. For how long will these people continue to open fire on peaceful protesters? For crying out loud, if things are fine, nobody will protest. Exactly. Nobody will protest. And if you know that you have done the right thing, even if people protest, at the end of the day, what ends dispute is, come together and let there be dialogue. Before you know that, they will start denying. They will tell you that it is not so. See what happened in Ladipo. Because some people are not like, yeah, those people in Ladipo, they got what they deserve. They deserve what they got. All this and that. Does that justify them to start shooting people like that? Because you feel that you have gone. You feel you have gone, then the next thing is to take other people's lives. So now these people were just protesting, and see how many people. 7. 7, open fire. And what I saw a video of those who the people in Ladipo. The man was explaining that I think their president in that Ladipo said, if somebody was shooting, raise your gun up and begin to shoot in the air. It's a different thing. But when you face people directly and begin to target them, what does that tell you? And they will tell you that I will waste you. There's nothing anybody can do about it. There's nothing anybody can do about it. I will do this. And they will be bragging. And at the end of the day, nothing will happen. It's just maybe on few occasions that you see that when people now say, oh, no, this cannot happen. And they will tell you they will handle it in their own way. Handling it in their own way, you won't hear anything again. Government that is supposed to protect the lives of its citizens end up killing its own citizens over what is their rights. Why is Buhari administration taking us back to military regime, for God's sake? This government is evil and a disgrace to democracy. It's like Nigeria is under occupation, soldier killing civilians while the war against terrorism goes on unabated. What an act of cowardice. I don't even know why in any small protest like this it's often gonna end in premium tears, be it in the north and south, and thus only the poor masses are suffering the most in this country. But why? It is a massive offense to protest in this APC administration. The penalty is police brutality, jail or death. No be the ex-Boko Haram, the disintegration, they disintegrate into the army. The only language they understand is shoot. The army secretly released 1,000 of them again. Nigeria is moving to their permanent sites. You think so? You think so? Moving to their permanent site. When the government releases terrorists in detention and integrates them into security agencies, then what do you expect? May the soul of the departed rest in peace. This is just the beginning of hunger in Nigeria. By the time Buhari finishes his tenure, each and every one of you and those that survive will relocate to Niger Republic for greener pastures. Something is wrong with the Nigerian army. They behave like untrained people. By the time you hear their oga will come now, they will tell you, oh, they always act in a more professional way. They will begin to defend their actions. They will begin to defend them. I remember what Dino Melaye said, that as many that will survive at the end of this Buhari's regime, you are going to get a certificate that you survive. You get a certificate that you survive. The man is boasting that people voted for him, even despite him not even being rich. That is what his achievements are, or one of his achievements.